What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? We are here. We are back with another live stream. And I know, at this moment in time, everybody that's live, even everybody that's watching this off air, you're feeling like hitting that like button. So go ahead and do it. Come on now, don't be shy. It's not gonna bite you now, is it? But hey, we're here and it's about to go off because this is unexpected. Season 5, episode 15, Tell All Part 15. Tell All Part 2. And Jason is ready to rumble. Jason is ready to have and give his closing statement. The closing statement, and I won't lie to you, I had to check it out a little bit before making the video so I can get a nice little title for the thumbnail and that. And from what I saw, the little bit I saw, when he was asked, so Jason, what is your closing statement? Well, let me not spoil it for you guys, and we'll wait for that to happen. But hey, let's start off by giving a big massive shout out to every single person that is a member of the channel. And every single person that is in the building right now. And I can see we got Louise, Christine, Miss Maisie, Tammy, Sharelle, Vanessa, Lisa, Topaz, Shawnee, Vicky, Yo-Yo, Darlene, Scott, Precious. Come on now. And of course, shout out to every single person. And of course, hello to every single person that is a silent viewer. Debbie's in the building as well. How we doing? But let's not waste any more time and let's get into this one because you know this is about to be interesting. Woohoo! Right, let me. My apologies. I haven't even got my headsets in yet, but I'll get it done.
The professional raw dogger is back. Oh my god.
Tonight on part 2 of the unexpected tell-all.
Prove us wrong, Jason, please. Show us something else.
We continue to talk with our families. Did she ever apologize?
It's like you're taking it on me and telling me to eat it. I don't want to be in your business. I got my own life, my own things going on.
You do have your to take care of, yes.
With even more surprising news that you don't want to miss. Are you guys still having sex?
Why would I want to have sex when my vagina just ripped in half?
I don't even sleep in the bed anymore.
Okay. La 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 la.
I heard you were mad at her for not defending you out here.
That's insane. All she does is defend him.
Okay.
I'm crying and throwing up.
I think there's similarities between Jason and Aiden.
Don't diss Aiden like that.
What's going on?
Shannon went back to jail last week because she violated parole. So let's get our facts correct before someone cooks the legs up for you, please.
Want some boxing gloves?
And I'll start right now. Hey, everybody.
Wow. Okay. It's about to go crazy.
And welcome back to part 2 of the unexpected tell-all. I'm Ananda Lewis. We're back with the couples, and while we do have some of the grandmas listening in, Kylan and Jason removed themselves from the conversation a little while ago.
I feel like it was just really sad that he took away your special moment, and he doesn't look like he cares. I'm like, holy he's like being mistreated.
And just to talk about special moment, for the people that haven't seen the video that we uploaded yesterday I did upload a video, okay? And the video was tied to everything that made, what was the title again? It was something about everything, something, why Jason was the most disliked cast member of Unexpected. If you haven't seen that video from yesterday, okay, about Jason, about why he's the most disliked, the most hated cast member of Unexpected, and arguably even TLC, I suggest and recommend highly you go check it out after this live stream because it will help you. Well, for the people that don't know too much about him, it will definitely give you a gist of who he is and why he's such a complete And for the people that do know it's an opportunity for you to go back and just get triggered again. So, viewers discretion. Lisa, how you doing? Cassandra, how you doing? Tammy's like, and like it too. Exactly, and like it too. Come on now.
Like, that's scary for her. Oh my god. I'm not gonna do
Business. Alright, yeah. Have fun with your little tell-all.
done. She's so brainwashed, and it's so sad. Children, look at your own relationships. She's so scared of him. You can see it in her face.
Can I walk out there, make a closing statement, and walk off the stage? I don't want to go in and sit down. Alright, let's go. Going out with a bang.
Okay, so I've just been told Kylan and Jason are coming back and that Jason has a closing statement he wants to make.
Don't bring that boy back in here. Don't bring that disrespectful ass boy back in here.
You're trying to get him to come back again. Prove us wrong, Jason, please. Show us something else. A little glimmer of hope.
The professional raw dogger is back.
Oh my god. I'm crying and throwing up.
Hey, welcome back.
I'm not staying for long. I just have a closing statement.
Well, let's hear it.
I really respect you coming back. I know that's not easy. We can understand, Kylan, how you would be upset.
I don't want to feel attacked, but it's none of your guys' damn business. It's my relationship. If you guys...
Well, it doesn't matter. You're right. Our judgment doesn't matter. But I believe what these women and maybe other women watching are seeing is just something we all recognize as not okay for your self-esteem.
Scott says this show could have easily been on MTV a decade ago. Do you know what though? To be honest with you, I actually low-key prefer Unexpected over Teen Mum. You know, and obviously you didn't say Teen Mum, but because Teen Mum is a show on there, the reason why I prefer it is because, well, you know what it is? I kind of feel like both shows have different titles. I feel like Teen Mum should be titled Unexpected, and Unexpected should be titled Teen Mum, because all the people that we see are legit still teens. On Teen Mum, they're no longer teens anymore. You know what I mean? They're all flipping adults now, you know? And it's just kind of a mad one. But yeah. I'm good, thanks. Hope you well too. Jason isn't what a sucker. Jason needs help. Poor Kaylin is a robot. Oh yes, come on now. Why does he need a closing statement? Because it's Jason, he loves attention.
How does it feel to you when you get yelled at? Like, how do you feel about yourself when that happens?
I mean, it's hurtful, but
Yeah.
Always a but. It's good she recognizes. She recognizes. She can't answer you.
yes, it might hurt, but in the end, I want to look at my child's life and I want him to have the best. And I feel that that's having both of us and not separating.
No, not necessarily. It can make a child worse. Oh, for sure.
I'm the only baby that I hear the way you talk to yourself.
And then in return do the same thing.
Happy.
To be fair, the mom just said exactly what I would have said anyway, so let's continue. To be fair, if you thought like Kaylin's pause was a long pause, just wait until you get to Jason.
We're fine. And
We don't need your 2 cents.
yeah.
So I hear you guys. We don't want you to feel attacked. Jason, you said you have a closing statement. Go ahead. The floor is yours.
Let me think.
Well, wait.
Someone let me know. If you come on stage and you say that I've got a closing statement, do you need to think about your closing statement when you told people that you've got one? Let me think. What are you thinking about? But just listen to the response. I've just moved the time back again. Listen to what Ananda says when he says, "Let me think." Brenda, welcome to the stream. Jennifer, welcome to the stream.
Jason, you said you have a closing statement. Go ahead. The floor is yours.
Let me think.
Well, wait.
We'll wait. Yeah, we'll wait.
Jason, you still thinking?
When are we going to hear this closing statement? His brain's fried. It might take him in a while, so move on to the next one.
I don't know.
Let's process this. I've got a closing statement. I don't know. So what was supposed to be the closing statement? This guy is such a clown. He just wanted to go back on the show just to get a bit more hate, a bit more attention, and that's about it. Just to boost up his ego even more. That's what he wanted. He had nothing to say in the first place. Tell him to send an email. You know, an email would probably be quicker. Morse code would probably be quicker, to be honest with you. Hell, you know, remember the dial-up internet connection back in the day? You remember before we had Wi-Fi and we had wireless? We used to have to dial up the internet. Or you used to get that sound like... And it took forever for the internet to connect. Boy, Jason's moving slower than that. That's what he's... the modem internet. The social wallflower, how you doing? Welcome. Yeah, happy Sunday to you too. Brie Lynn, how you doing? Crazy, how you doing? Come on now. Obviously, for the people coming in right now, please make sure you're hitting that like button, okay? Don't be afraid to hit the like button. Come on now. All right, of course, if you're new to the channel, you know what you gotta do. You gotta hit that subscribe button. But let's continue. Tessa, how you doing?
You have anything to say?
Do you have any details kind of what?
You see what I mean? How does he say that he has a closing statement, and then he goes to Kaylin and he goes, do you have anything to say? She's not the one that said that she had a closing statement, you moron. This guy. He didn't want to leave. I think he just wanted them to beg him to stay. Yeah. Precious, you're onto something there. I agree.
What you're trying to get together? Is
No,
it
I'm
about...
blank behind it right now.
We love each other. That's all that matters.
That's all they keep saying. She don't have anything else positive to say about that boy.
I think we're just trying to see our point of view, see better for you because you know what I'm saying. We're seeing it looks like you're hurting. You know what I'm saying when we see stuff like that.
It
So
does.
we're checking up on you. You know what I'm saying?
I'm not sitting here criticizing any of your guys' relationships at
I
all.
don't give a what you guys have
Nobody's
going on in your
relationship
lives.
is perfect.
I'm not trying to badger you at all. I know I did it too. I was with Aiden for 3 years.
We all protect people that we
And
love.
I worship the ground he
Especially the
walked on.
fathers of our
I was
kids.
like,
That's normal.
That's the
oh
part.
yeah.
Jason, could you be open to the idea that...
First, I did everything
I
right.
haven't even finished, so you don't know what I'm saying.
Yes, I do.
That you may have some learning to do around how to interact in a relationship. Because what we're seeing doesn't look like you love Kylan. You say it, but we want to help you learn how to show it. Because it could be just as simple as that, right?
No, because having a kid makes you mature a lot.
You just walked in here saying professional raw dogger.
Exactly.
That's mature.
I mean, even...
I mean, honestly, you know, sometimes in life you sit there and you say to yourself, sometimes it's best to not say anything because you're just digging yourself a hole. Sometimes it's best not to say anything because you're making yourself look even more stupid. And Jason is literally the epitome of literally just don't say anything because you're only gonna make it worse. That hat is gonna start smoking any minute. His last few brain cells can't deal with this. Come on, darling, let them know. I wonder if you look back later in life and realize how stupid he sounds. Probably not. If he's gonna turn out like his father, no.
With us, we had to learn like boundaries. Like,
Yeah, Vanessa, totally. Yeah.
we used to talk, we used to talk to each other any type of way, and you have to be like, hey, I don't like being talked to that way. Let's not do it anymore, and then you move on, and that's like normal and healthy.
That's on a level. That's part of accepting criticism. Criticism is me giving my opinion on what you think, what your situation is, and you trying to like take something out of it. You got to learn how to like, even just talking to her, like she didn't even let her finish her sentence before you cut her off. Because I want to go. You understand that though? You understand where I'm coming from? Yeah. Hey.
You know what though? I wanted to say this last week. It really bothered me that none of the boyfriends even stepped in to say anything to Jason. It really annoyed me because I wanted to see his reaction to the boy saying something, because it's very evident that he doesn't respect any woman's opinion, nor does he necessarily respect his dad's opinion as well. So, you know, that's obviously kind of a different conversation. So I was curious to see that what would happen if one of the boyfriends would step in and they were to say something here and there. And it took until part 2 for us to hear someone say something. Now, obviously, Lawrence, which to be fair, by image, is the right person to step up, you know what I mean, to say something, to see how Jason would obviously respond. Now, obviously, as you can see, Jason's response there was still a Jason type response, but it was definitely a whole lot more settled than normal. You know what I mean? It wasn't as disrespectful, as hype as usual, you know. But the fact is, though, it is good now to finally get one of the boyfriends to actually say something, because the matter of fact is, I think that it's not really. I feel like it brings a better balance to the show. If we're just watching a show with all the ladies just going in on Jason, in the end, somehow that can be flipped and twisted into a certain kind of way. So it's a good thing that one of the guys finally decided to actually speak up, you know? And to be fair, I like the way Lawrence handled it, because even though Jason basically still gave him a Jason type reaction, he was still like, but do you still understand what I'm saying though? So I like the fact that he went down that route, because he could have gone down a different route, you know what I mean? Which wouldn't have been pleasant. Even though a lot of people here would have liked to have gone into another route of where maybe it could have gone a bit more unpleasant, but we promote no violence, so good on you, Lawrence. Let's continue. Jason wasn't looking to step up to get beat down. He wasn't. He was quick with it. I was like, yeah.
we haven't backed. Anybody have any other advice or about anybody's relationship? Like, let's open it wide up. I'm going to take the focus off you guys. I know the spotlight's hot.
I like to watch Lily and Lawrence. I like to watch him because, like, he's also, like, a dad, but he also has to take on the role of being a stepfather, which I said one day, I hope Luca has a blended family, I guess.
There you go.
Yeah.
Nice seeing you guys.
What happened?
The way he was like, are you ready to go? Now Lawrence has stepped up. He's like, okay, now it's time to go, because I don't want this guy stepping again. He's like, nah, this is the time to bail. This is the time to bail. You know, I do wonder if Lawrence had never said anything. I do wonder if Jason would have stayed for that little bit longer. I do wonder. I only watched the last few minutes of the show while I was waiting for Pillow Talk to come on, and I couldn't stand this POS. And just were watching the last 5 minutes on the last 5 minutes. Okay, cool. Well, listen, forget Pillow Talk. No one should be watching Pillow Talk, okay? You should be here watching this. This is the Pillow Talk, okay? Madzie is your Pillow Talk, ladies and gentlemen. Nah, I'm just joking, man. Do your thing. You know what though? Should I do a reaction to the Pillow Talk episodes? Never really thought about doing that before, you know. Maybe I will. I don't know. We'll see. Depends if people want it, really. But yeah. Anyway, let's continue.
Nothing. I just want to close your statement.
I'm trying to ask you about these couples. You can
Saying that though, I've never actually seen a Pillow Talk episode in my life. I won't lie to you, because I've just been like, why? I've seen the episode. I've been like, I've seen the episode and I've given my opinion. That's it. But yeah, let's continue.
talk about somebody else, and we're trying to hear your opinion. So you can't say people don't want to hear you and you're being misrepresented, but you won't represent yourself. That's your job. You're the only one that can do it.
Shut down.
Nobody's shutting you down. Come on.
Nobody said anything.
Oh crap! My apologies.
We're good people.
How can Jason say that they got shut down? You didn't get shut down. All that happened was that Lauren stepped up and then you walked away like a little baby. Yes, I would love to. Yeah, I would love you doing the Pillow Talk of 90 days. Okay. I'll look into it. Okay. What I'll do is, next week I'll check out one of the Pillow Talk episodes, and if I feel like I have anything to add to the Pillow Talk episode, then I'll definitely do a reaction towards it. Okay. Yeah. And plus, they're not that long neither, are they? So yeah. They're the same. I think that they're the same as Unexpected, about 40 minutes long, which isn't too bad.
Ask you about these couples, you can talk about somebody else.
Yeah, but I see quite a few of you. Christina's like, yes. Louise, Vanessa, Debbie, Lisa. Yo, want that pillow talk? And Tammy, no, I'm not be doing pillow talk from my bed. Calm yourself down.
We're trying to hear your opinion. So you can't say people don't want to hear you and you're being misrepresented when you won't represent yourself. That's your job. You're the only one that can do it.
Shut down.
Nobody's shutting you down. Come on.
Nobody said anything.
We don't want to judge.
We're good people.
She might
The way Kaylin's like, we don't want to judge.
Need like 2 or 3 hugs from all of us moms when we go downstairs.
She'll probably tell us to get away. She will.
I just wanted to get my closing statement like this. I thought we were going in for it. That's why I
I thought you were going to make it say something like ruthless or something. I thought you were like a wet ass statement. I'm like,
He didn't even say no.
no.
What did he say?
It was kind of funny walking in the back out.
What can you do?
Walking out twice, that's a record. Too much.
All right, you guys, I'm taking a break.
Yeah, Lisa, in terms of Mama's Boy, I understand that season 3, I think, of I Love a Mama's Boy is coming out. When that season comes out, I'm gonna get on it. So don't worry, I've got that covered. That was already been requested by a Patreon member. I think it was Debbie who requested on Patreon, to be fair with you. And I think you also did request it a while back, didn't you, Lisa? But yeah, no, when the new season comes out, I'm gonna definitely jump onto that as well. I am gonna try and do some research on some of the episodes beforehand if I can. It's hard to kind of do things that involve me watching things from the past purely because I just don't have the time most of the times. I'm doing things that's currently going on now, but I will try and get some research on things that happened in the past. But if I haven't, it's not the end of the world, because to be honest with you, my whole sole purpose of making content is that if I make a reaction to a video and there's something that I missed out from a previous season, to be honest with you, I like not knowing what happened previously, because it gives you guys an opportunity to actually interact in the comments and say, hey, just so you know, this is actually what happened with so-and-so last season, because my channel is based on interaction. It's not based on me knowing every single thing possible, you know what I mean? It's just interaction and being informative to my best abilities, you know? But that's just how I built my channel. I'm not someone who built a channel to be like, hey guys, this is it. You have no, you know what I mean? Come on, man. This is why we do these live streams as well, so I can talk to you guys. But let's continue. New season next Sunday. Well, there you go. Boom, bam. I Love Mama's Boy. Back next Sunday. We'll be here. Come on now.
But when we get back, we're going to catch up with Jenna and her family and see if they were able to keep peace in the family. Be right back.
What a whirlwind that was.
Second?
Yeah.
I just want to give you a hug, sweetie, because your mommy's not here, and I just feel like sometimes you could just use one.
Thank you, Lisa.
We all care about you.
Oh,
And your family.
Ever since
Every time he would start, I had to bite my jaw so I didn't start like, we need a man to go at him. Yes.
that was good though.
He tried to throw shots at first, and I was like, no, the thing.
All right, well, let's get ready. We don't have to sit here anymore. Totally 100% your decision.
I don't want our grandson growing up in a toxic environment.
I think there's similarity.
Thank you, Christina. Thank you. Remember, guys, though, right? If you want to support the channel itself in particular, obviously the link is up below there where you can become a member of the channel to help support the channel. But at the same time, if you want to be a part of the Patreon community where I upload videos on there that is unscripted and I can basically say what I want to say, and you get to really hear my rage and my real frustrations and how I really want to express it, Patreon, links down below in the description. So remember that, guys. Okay, you got options. You can support me here, but you can support me on Patreon. To be fair, Patreon's low-key kind of more beneficial because YouTube takes like 30% of your cut. Patreon takes like 8%, so yeah. But anyway, let's continue.
Between Jason and Aiden.
Don't diss Aiden like that.
It's completely unacceptable the way he talked to her. She was blind. Love is blind.
Love is blind. She's lying. Love is blind.
Today was a very interesting day. I think it went really well, though. Absolutely.
very well,
I'm
considering what
proud
you
of
went
these two. Oh, they did an excellent job. I mean, Kylie, she did good. Jason did good. Xavier was the happiest baby ever. You know, I cried a bit. But it's been a long day.
We're going to need to get your husband.
I'm good.
Hi. Y'all beat me out here.
Oh, they've left the building.
Thank you so much for trying to get through to Kylie.
Oh,
Girl,
yes.
she can't see it.
Oh, I know. Not yet. Eventually, she will. My oily again?
Shiny.
Oh my god.
Shiny girl.
Thank you.
Hey, everybody, and welcome back to the Unexpected Tell-All. I'm Ananda Lewis, and I'm here now with Jenna Heather, Matt, and Kathy. Aiden declined an invitation to join us today, so unfortunately we won't be able to get his feedback on the journey that got us here. But Aiden did seem to be the rock in Jenna's life that she needed. That is, until the honeymoon phase came to an end.
Shut up.
Okay.
You be the passenger, I'll be the driver. With Jenna and Aiden, just the way they talk to each other, for that to be that toxic with such a young relationship.
Right. I was looking at apartments.
Apartments for you and Aiden?
No, just Luca and I. So I don't know where Aiden and I are going to be in the next couple of months. I just don't know if we're compatible. I just really don't want Aiden and I to end up like my mom and dad.
All relationships have their up and downs, but I think that he's maybe a lot.
Yeah.
I don't want to see her hurt.
It worries me that they have issues, and I just don't want them to stay together for the sake of Luca, because that's never a good thing.
You're not there for me emotionally at all. You've changed a lot.
You mean we've grown up?
Okay. If that's what you think, then I can't take it anymore. I think I just have to be done with the relationship.
I don't know.
Well, even if it's necessary, it's never easy.
No.
That moment was difficult. Can you just tell me the status of your relationship with Aiden right now?
It's like I picked up and moved out like 4 months ago.
Okay.
Yeah.
That takes a lot of guts.
Yes, it did. It sucked at first, but I love it now. I love living by myself with just Luca and I.
And that's a hard thing to do, like at her age, to just be able to move out like that.
Especially
just
as a single mom
right.
at her age.
It's guts.
Yeah.
It's hard, and it's very impressive that she realized she needed to now and didn't wait.
Were you concerned that your dynamic would start affecting Luca?
I think it's a good thing that they've got a couple like Aiden and Jenna there, you know, because Aiden and Jenna, if you're looking at the comparison between Aiden and Jenna and Kylan and Jason, you know, Kylan and Jason's relationship represent what happens if you continue going in that direction. So it gives a lot of women, maybe, and even men out there, you know what I mean, like warning to say that, listen, you can see that there's many cracks here, and you can tell that these two shouldn't be together anymore because it's nothing but healthy at all. But you can see that because they're still together, the cracks are only getting worse. But with Aiden and Jenna now, seeing them have so many cracks, but then finally say, you know what, I now need to leave, and her saying that she's now in a better place as well, it's good because a lot of young ladies out there, or just younger single parents in general, they can look at it and be like, you know what, I need to now make this step as well, because at the end of the day, I can see how she's now cherishing from it. She's doing so much better without him, you know what I mean? So I think it's good that we've actually had two couples that have been similar, but have obviously turned out with two different outcomes. So therefore, people who are watching, hopefully young girls who are watching this and young boys who are watching this can actually learn something from it, you know what I mean? I mean, to be fair, there's going to be plenty of like teen girls anyway watching this, and some of them will probably drag their boyfriends to watch it anyway, to be fair, give or take. But again, though, it's again, whoever watches it's a learning thing. But then again, it's still a good way, it's either way, but it's still a good thing even for adults, for us to even look at it and be like, you know what? This is good for us to learn from, because these things don't just happen to teens. They still happen to some of us, like, you know, in our 20s, mid 20s, late 20s, 30s, 40s, 50s, whatever. You know what I mean? So if we want to give TLC some sort of credit for being the learning channel, the learning is that we've had two different dynamics, which is good to learn from. But sad to see that Kaylin has to go through it. But at the same time, some of us are like, you know what, Kaylin, you made your bed, it's your fault. That's it. Depending on who's giving the reaction, you know what I mean. Let's see here. I'm seeing some more people coming into the live chat itself in particular. So I can see we got 4. Joey's just joined the chat. Jennifer's here. Vixen's in the building. Jeannie's in the building. How you doing? Come on, Tessa's in the building. And of course, I'm sure there's plenty of other people here who are silent viewers who are watching right now. So shout out to every single one of you. How you doing? Hope you're having a good day and enjoying the content so far. But don't forget to hit the like button though. Okay, don't forget to hit the like button. And those new people wandering in, subscribe. You know you want to, otherwise you wouldn't be here. It went well, sir. They went down just as well as the what the hell? Why do I think I haven't seen the last of them in this episode? I think that's the last we've seen, to be fair with you. He's such a baby. Give him a diaper and a bottle. Trust me. I wanted children back when I was 16, and I am 28 now. Thank God I don't have kids. Oh boy, tell me, you and me both. Hey, you and me both. Someone needs to tell Lord Frog to shut up and stay in his lane. Jason looks like a tool. He is a freaking tool, man. You make my depression stop for a bit. Well, I'm happy that I'm able to stop your depression for a minute bit. You know what I mean? How you doing, Jasmine? Welcome to the stream. Let's get it. And sweet girl, how you doing too? Silent viewer, come on now. Let's not mess about.
Go the way that the dynamic between your mom and dad affected you when you were small?
Yeah, because Aiden and I would fight like really bad sometimes. So
Heather, you've been watching this whole thing. Talk to me about how you feel about Jenna's decision. I think it was the right decision because I don't want our grandson growing up in a toxic environment and around parents that don't get along and talk to each other the way they were.
Yeah.
It's completely unacceptable the way he talked to her.
And did you see it in person? Because I'm watching it from the screen, like, to her parents. I really felt like Matt for real. I was like, does Matt know he's talking to her like this? Because I thought he would go, like, snatch him up.
We started seeing, like, signs of this, I hate to use the word, like, controlling douchebag.
Don't diss Aiden like that.
Aiden's an amazing father. Like,
Yeah,
there's
so
no
let's
doubt
not
about it.
drag him.
No,
He can be an amazing father
Yes,
and a bad boy for him.
yes, that's what it is. It's not like
There was just the controlling thing that we saw. It scared me, but to this day, I think Jen and I haven't spoken into closed doors.
She was blind. Love is blind.
Right.
And
But I also think she wanted the stability that she never got.
yeah, I was not like I didn't want a broken family, and he like took care of me financially for a long time until I cut myself. So, but like in the end, I decided that we had to break up.
Matt, I mean, I can say that you can relate. You and Heather have had this
I was
dynamic.
gonna say, who am I to talk?
You were more like standoffish. Like you were like a ghost. I want to say. Like where were you? You know.
I don't know.
But
It's quite interesting though, isn't it? I mean, I think this is good that we're seeing this because at least the parents can now kind of chime in and say, okay, well, I'm the one to talk, and maybe this is what we went through has obviously made an impact on our daughter. But luckily for them, the daughters have been able to pick herself up as well. But you know, we live and we learn. How you doing, Adele? How you doing, Sheila? Welcome to the stream.
whatever. But you weren't confrontational like Aiden.
Yeah.
I just feel like he tries to gaslight me. I don't know. I mean, I think Aiden's a lot like Jason.
Okay.
Yeah.
Matt, what do you think about that? Like with Jason specifically, you have any opinion on him?
Trying to draw a comparison between Jason and Aiden. I think there's similarities.
What are the similarities?
I don't know. I don't want to say that Aiden isolated. Well,
I had no friends.
Jenna had these group of friends, and then they all disappeared. And I knew it wasn't
Well,
because
they're
of
all
Jenna.
back now.
Right.
But like,
But with
He
the
didn't put him around.
with what it seems like the separating of the family. I'm not sure how Kylan's parents. I don't know how that's acceptable.
I know.
And Jason's dad. I think he needs to recognize what's going on there.
yeah,
Something has to give though, right?
for sure.
So I'm gonna get back to
It's mad. Jason and Kaden leave, but yet they're still talking about them. This is why Jason has this ego of like, you guys need me, you know, and so does his dad as well. Like without us, you guys would be nothing. It would be crazy though if we imagine they decide to imagine if they decide to bring back Jason and Kaden for the next episode. I mean, for the next series, sorry, for season 6, that would be crazy. I won't lie to you, man. I'll be all over that. I'll be like, oh, what's going on here? But I'd be like, Kaden, please just leave him. Susan, thank you so much. I listen to you daily. I love your comments. Thank you so much.
where do you think this all ends up, Jenna? I mean, does it end up where your mom and dad's relationship was for so many years?
Oh, okay. Heather and Matt were toxic in front of Jenna. They need to take accountability. Absolutely. Absolutely. I think, you know, while they're sitting and talking about someone else, they need to also reflect in themselves just as hard. You know, if you're gonna judge someone very harshly, make sure you're giving yourself the same energy. If you know you've been similar. Jason walked out because a mouse stood up and said something to him. He's used to verbally abusing people that feels like that are weak. Oh, absolutely. I won't be surprised if Jason's in prison in 5 years. I mean, listen, Vanessa, levels. And how you doing, Rose? Welcome to the stream.
Years?
No, I don't think so. I don't plan to have contact with Aiden. I mean,
So
I
it ends
don't.
up separate.
Yeah, we've been separate. We don't talk personally. I mean, we only send text messages about Luca. So until like our custody hearing, I don't really know what's gonna happen.
Are you done?
Yes, I'm done. I mean, I'm so much happier now.
I really hate that though, you know, when couples they're so toxic and they're so done with each other that literally communication is non-existent, and I really hate that when a child is involved. Obviously, if there's no child involved, no attachments, then obviously that's this YOLO, like, yeah, you know what I mean? Don't talk to me. But when the child is involved, communication has to be made some way, somehow, you know? I know there's a lot of people that do find a way to make it work without actually having to communicate with each other, which is brilliant. But I think for some people don't balance it out proper, you know what I mean? I feel like, balance needs to be put in place. Sheila, yes, you did miss Jason. You did. Oh, Sheila missed Jason. Oh, are you okay, Sheila? Why the hell did you miss Jason for? What's wrong with you? I'm joking. I know what you meant. I'm joking. Just winding you up. He better end up in prison. The mental trauma to his child and girlfriend will be terrible. Yeah, listen, fair point. Sabrina, how you doing?
Any wildest dream, maybe it could happen that you guys end up years down the road on a beach vacation all together like your parents just did?
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know.
We could have gone along. Like we could have had the events like baptism and like birthday parties. We could have done that, but never in my wildest dreams would I've ever expected Jenna to say, let's all go to the beach together and share a beach house.
I mean, this is quite different from the family that we saw on last year's tell-all. I never thought we'd see you guys all sitting out here, Jenna and Luca and everybody else. It's just nice to have peace, isn't it?
Yeah.
I wish you guys all the best. When
Shannon will be coming face-to-face with Emerson's mom for the very first time. Be right back.
As long as Ernie continues to make bad decisions, I just don't think it's safe over there.
Erica's gonna catch hell for that.
This time, I want to add some people to the conversation. Let's bring Mason and his father Ernie to the stage. Plus, Shannon is going to join us via video chat to speak with Erica and Cy for the very first time.
Want some boxing gloves?
Man was like, do you want some boxing gloves?
And right now, I've got Emerson here, and over here, I've got her mom, Erica, and her stepdad, Cy. Hi, welcome. Hi. Nice to see you, Cy.
Nice to see you, too.
Nice to see you ladies back again, too. I really am glad we're here to just get a chance to talk. So much happened this season. But before we get started, I want to note that we do have Mason and his father, Ernie, watching backstage, and his mother, Shannon, will be joining us via video chat later on to meet Erica and Cy face-to-face for the first time.
So your mom's gonna be on here, too. She's gonna be on the videoing. I guess so.
We will bring them out in a little bit, but before we do, let's check this out first.
The kids think I'm strict, but she's probably not going to like this, but I wish I was stricter. We still want to set that standard in our home that, you know, abstinence is the best, even though you're already pregnant.
You know what though? This mum right here, man. I don't like this mum. This mum right here. You know what? Let me just read the comments so I can calm myself down. If that poor baby doesn't end up being a total and complete wreck or exactly like his douchebag of a father, it would be a freaking miracle. Listen, I hear you, man. Absolutely hear you. Y'all are brutal. Precious, we ain't brutal. We're just keeping it 100. What can we say? You know what I mean? There ain't no brutality in keeping it 100. You know what I mean? Yeah, we don't do brutal. We just do honesty. Yes. My parents communicate over me. They refuse to get a divorce, but at the same time, they don't talk to each other. I'm currently in Asia and they are in Germany. Just get a divorce and separate already. Absolutely, do. What a name, do. How you doing, Lisa? Welcome to the stream. My daughter died and we have our grandchild grow up. And we have our grandchild grow up. Oh, right. So you're looking after your daughter's daughter. Okay, sorry to hear about your daughter first and foremost. Okay, so I had to process what you meant there. Well, good on you guys for stepping up to do that, though. You know what I mean? Come on now. What a lucky grandchild. I tracked down his parents' mailing address last night while trying to look for my potential police records for his dad. Do you know what, though? I tried to look for police records on Jason's dad, Scott, and I couldn't find nothing. And I even reached out to a further friend in the States to try the same thing. I found nothing. You know what I mean? With Jason, it's all over the internet, but with his dad, nothing's there. So maybe his dad hasn't got one. Kids learn by example. If the parents model poor communication skills, the kids may have to rely on their peers to learn how to properly communicate / express their feelings. My mum and dad divorced when I was 1 year old and I never saw him again. Oh, yikes. Damn, man. Sorry to hear that. But let's get into it. She's a Karen. Of course she's a Karen. Come on now.
Do you think after the baby's born, Mason would be able to sleep in my room? Emmy, we went over this before. We're going to have him downstairs on the futon. Just be so much easier. You're still children. My mom has unreasonable rules, I feel like. I have a newborn. I just need his help.
Yeah, it's not like we're going to do anything. She just
literally, I just had a baby.
Yeah. You want to go in your bedroom? Okay.
Let's make it clear that I said Mason couldn't sleep in the bed with you, and I caught him sleeping in the bed. That's why he's not allowed in my house. I'm not going to live with her. She's going to give me ultimatums all the time. You guys need to talk about that. There's no reasoning with her. I don't want to be under my mom's thumb anymore. If I make the wrong decision, at least it's my decision to make.
I mean, listen. When you're living in a household with a mum that makes it very hard for you, you do kind of get to that point, and I can relate to that because I remember before I moved out, I was like, listen, man, I can't even breathe living underneath my mum's roof, and you know, I need to move out. And I said to myself, if this is the wrong decision, then it is what it is. But I'm not gonna blame myself for this decision because I felt like as if like I was forced to make it because being at home just wasn't becoming healthy for me mentally in any kind of way, you know what I mean? So I do relate to her saying that, you know what I mean, in terms of like, make the wrong decision, then I'll happily take accountability for it. And you know what? I respect that. How you doing, Tracy? I'm late, but here, y'all. How you doing? Come on now. Welcome to the stream. There's no late. As long as you get here, we're good. You know what I mean? As long as you get here and then you watch it now and you watch it back again for the beginning, we're good. Someone in retail, the service industry, has definitely made a TikTok about this mum. Probably has, yes.
Erica, I saw you nodding your head like, what part? What part were you nodding your head to?
That last part where she said, if you make bad choices, at least you'll make them on your own. I just amplified.
Yeah.
And so, I don't know, I just was acting out.
But Erica, you were also a teenager when you got pregnant for the first time. So how much of your own experience were you kind of projecting forward and saying, let me keep her from this? I mean, was that part of your motivation?
Yeah, I was a lot like Emerson, rebellious. I didn't like the rules. I think that was one of the things my parents said that I had moved out. They said, obey the rules or get out. And so I was like, see ya.
So basically, she done the same thing that her parents did to her to her daughter, and she knew that when she did it, she literally said, "See ya." So she did it to her daughter anyway. So basically, you're a moron. You didn't learn nothing from your parents. Honestly, I dislike this woman so much. The brain cells are different. Oh, you know what? Yeah. She's trying to drive the baby's father out. Disgusting, selfish woman. Oh, absolutely. I have to leave now, but I can't do this anymore. You are great. Thank you. Okay, thank you for coming through, Jenna. She can screw up all she wants in her own house. Oh yeah. Worst situation will be Jason girlfriend starting to mirroring his behavior, and the baby will suffer beyond what he's already facing. Old saying, it is easier to build a child than to rebuild an adult. Ooh. It's just not clicking.
Now, where are you now, Emerson?
Right now, I'm living at Mason's.
Yeah.
I visit my mom often. It's been pretty good. Me and my mom's relationship is really good right now.
Yeah.
As much as I love Emerson, I think that we have a better relationship when she doesn't live under the same roof as me.
Really?
And I love having her there. She can come for weeks at a time, but I don't know what you've noticed, but I think that our
I
dynamic.
mean, is that really a good thing though? Because I've known people over years, you know, and they've said, listen, me and my mom, me and my dad, we get on better when we don't live together. And I've heard people say it for so long, you know, and I've never really thought about it, to be fair, because it's not a situation that I've ever had to think about, because it's not been a part of my life. But I don't know, man. I just think it would be better if you're able to live with your parents, and also it'd be better if you're able to do both. You know what I mean? I just feel like there's too much of a negative atmosphere around you if you're telling me that you only get along with your parents only when you don't live together. That's a red flag to me. That tells me that maybe you just shouldn't talk to them in general then, because clearly, if you can't stand each other when you're together, then I don't know, man. It's a sticky one. I mean, again, I've never been in that situation, so I can't really comment on it too much. So yeah, I don't know. Let's have a look here. It would be best for her to move out. Once I left home, my relationship with my family got better. Your parents will always treat you like a child, even when you work and pay your own things. And that's the thing, though. You know what I mean? Like, if you're always going to treat me like a child, regardless of if I live under your roof or not, then that means you don't have respect for me or trust. No, forget that, trust in me. And to be honest with you, I don't like to have people around me that don't trust my ability to do the right thing for myself. You know what I mean? If I trust you to do the right thing for yourself, you should trust me. If I respect you to do the right thing, you should respect me. But if you're not going to do that for me, then why do I need to know you? That's just my outlook on it. Do you know what I mean? And I only have the outlook because it's worked for me. Do you know what I mean? Don't bring that Jason back. He's already been arrested multiple times during the show. No license, DUI, alcohol, speeding, driving recklessly, running from police while driving without lights. Bloody hell, man. That's a whole list of things, isn't it? Jason wasn't crumbling. He was having a truth flaming meltdown. The truth hurts. A dog hit always heartless. Listen, Mark, I hear what you're saying. And welcome to the stream, Mark. Listen, Mark's in the building now, ladies and gentlemen. Watch out for those comments. We know Mark comes in strong. He also comes in with those confusing statements too. For me, I think doing both in a healthy manner is fine. Yeah. Some people have quirks that are unbearable. Yeah, 100%. I think it really depends on what the quirk is, isn't it? Really and truly. But yeah, like I said, you know, if you're in that position, you know it works for you, then good on you. You know what I mean? I hold no judgment. I just know that for me, it probably wouldn't work for me. I'm out.
Meg is a lot better when she has her own space.
It's what they say when, you know, distance actually makes you, you know, feel for the other person more and love more. They realize what they're missing. So quite honestly, actually, they're both alike, and they're quick at anger and quick at coming back together too.
That's important, that forgiveness and being able to come.
But the thing is, though, with this girl and her mother, the problem is that the mother hasn't done a very good job at raising her daughter, though. She's literally raised her daughter the same way her parents raised her, which clearly backlashed. Clearly. So I don't really think it's a matter of the mum and daughter being the same. I think it's a matter of the mum doing the same mistakes her parents did on her to her daughter. She could have done a better job, because I know plenty of people who are literally the mirror of their parents, but they have a great relationship because their parents have been able to do things to make sure that their relationship stayed in a very, very good way because of the way they did it. You know what I mean? So I think personally, like, if you're very similar to your parents, but you don't really get along, I think it's because your parents have obviously set in rules there that they know. Do you know what it is? Some parents have this thing where they know every single bad thing that they did growing up. So when they have a kid, they would try and put in as many rules as possible to try and prevent you becoming like them. But in reality, all of those rules makes you become like them, because what a lot of people forget is that, why did I do these things when I was a kid? Why did I do things when I was a teenager? You did those things because you was rebelling from the rules that your parents gave you. So you bringing in rules, it doesn't matter if they're different rules, but you bringing rules to your child is going to rebel just the same way you did. So isn't it better to treat your child with like as less rules as possible? Isn't it better to be like, okay, well, when I was a kid, I would have preferred if my mom and dad gave me options to make it gave me opportunities to make the right choice, rather than telling me that I cannot do this. So for me, the fact is, the way I see it, if you're in a position like them where you're not getting along with your mom or dad because you're the same person, well, that's because they have failed you in terms of the way they try to control you. And they should have learned from the mistakes that you know what I mean? But they didn't. They just thought putting you in this position with tons of rules, come on now, man. It's like common sense. That's why for me personally, like, I just think here, the mother should turn around and say to the daughter, listen, do you know what? It's my fault. I got pregnant when I was a kid. You got pregnant as a kid. Why? Because I was raised this way. And what did I do? I went up and done the same bloody thing with you. So you know what? I'm sorry. We're not trying to do this stupidity. Let's have a look here. Still not too late to turn Jason and his lot into one of the 2 abuse hotlines for also of the Division Children, Youth and Families on the New Hampshire Department of Health and Human Services. Of course, never too late. Come on now. Janice, how you doing? Welcome to the stream. Parents' house, their rules. You want to act grown, move to your own house and pay bills like adults. I mean, listen, it's not as simple as that. Come on now, man. It's not as simple as that. I think people really need to get rid of this mentality of like, you know, my home, my rules. Listen, let me tell you something. Listen. My home. Wait. So if my mom says to me, my house, my rules, I'll be like, listen, you gave birth to me, okay? So before you gave birth to me, you should have thought about what rules you was gonna put in place and whether or not I was gonna. I don't give a damn if it's your rules. You decided to give birth to me. I'm joking. No one listen to that. Don't do that. I'll get you in a whole heap of trouble. I'm sorry. Was it one of your rules to give birth to me too? Sorry. Ignore me. I swear. Too many rules makes you learn how to get around them. Tracy, exactly. Too many rules makes you learn how to get around them 100%. And also, too many rules actually makes you become a good liar as well. I mean, look at it this way. I'll be honest. The more rules you give me, the more I'm going to be thinking about how the hell I'm going to get around it. And then after that, I just become a walking lying thing. It's like in a relationship, you know, if you're in a relationship with someone and, you know, you start to get nervous about what you can and cannot tell them. After that, you start to kind of fib about, first it begins with fibbing a little bit. Then it begins with not giving them the full context. Then it goes into lying. And then after that, everything's just a bloody lie because it's too much. Come on now, man. But anyway, yeah. So children, you didn't hear this from me. If your parents say, my house, my rules, I'll be like, well, it was your rule to give birth to me, so screw you. Let them know it was me that told you. It's okay, I'll take accountability. I'll take accountability for your beating from your parents. I'm joking. Please do not hit your children, man. Come on, let's get it. That's the old school in me, because that's how I was raised, clearly. Anyway, let's continue.
Come back together. Something that stood out to me, and I think I remember hearing Ernie talk about it, your judgment of them and what their household must be like. Can you talk to me about that? Do you feel differently about that now?
At the beginning, I was mad. Of course, I was angry. It was a shocker because we trusted that they were being more supervised, but there's another dynamic that goes on over in that house, and that's the issue that we have.
They're going to bring up your mom. Be in jail, guaranteed.
Do you know what dynamic your mom's talking about?
I think you're talking about Mason's mom because she just came back from jail when we started filming. So it was, based on what she knew, it was scary for her, and I get that because she doesn't know Shannon. And she doesn't know the full dynamic of the household. But, I mean, for me, it's not stressful over there. It's pretty peaceful. So, we want her to be safe.
Can you explain them to me, what the concerns are?
Well, I will say one comment is that Mason's mother moved out, and Emmy had confided in me that she felt safer with her out of the house. So.
No, but why the surprise look, Emerson?
I never said that.
No?
No. You know, I don't want to push the issue because she has to live there, but it is not a safe situation with her in that house.
Eric's gonna catch hell for that.
As long as Ernie continues to make bad decisions for all those kids in the house.
So Ernie's making bad choices.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Okay,
He's allowing
I'm aware of
things to happen in that home.
At this time, I want to add some people to the conversation.
Instigator. What? So, this one was evil. She's evil. Oh, damn.
Let's bring Mason and his father Ernie to the stage. Plus, Shannon is going to join us via video chat to speak with Erica and Cy for the very first time.
Some boxing gloves?
I would invite her over to the house, but I don't think you can leave the county.
Let's get our facts correct.
Oh, I'm sorry. Are you allowed to leave the county, Shannon? Because I thought that's why you went back to jail last week, because you violated your parole.
Ooh, hey, it's about to go down. It's about to go down.
Welcome back to the Unexpected Tell-All. I'm Ananda Lewis here with Emerson, as well as Emerson's mom, Erica, and her stepfather, Cy, joining us virtually from her home in Washington. Shannon, can you explain to me why there's something about your probation that doesn't allow you to be here in person?
Yes, I can't travel out of state.
Okay, got it. All right, well, we are really happy you're here, even virtually. Thank you. So I know you've been listening to Emerson's family chat, and I wanted to see if you have anything you want to say. But first, let's take a look at a few of the moments that got us to where we are now.
Well, it is fun getting to know your family.
Oh, my family, it's very interesting.
This was your first week, right? Your mom and dad get home?
Yeah, it's really weird going without someone for a really long time and then just
They're back.
like nothing.
Right? Yeah.
My mom's been in and out of jail for a few years, and she just recently went to rehab for a while, and now she's out, and she's a lot better now that she's home. Like, I haven't seen her how she is now in over 4 or 5 years.
Hi. My mom gave me a huge ultimatum where me and Mateo could live with her, but Mason was not welcome, or I could move out. So I'm moving in with Mason. I missed you. Oh, I'm so tired.
It's all about Erica and what she, how she thinks things should be done. Not to let him go there at all. A little crazy.
Yeah. Well, this isn't a dictatorship by Erica who gets to determine who gets to be in whose lives.
So how's it over at Mason's house?
It's good. I have huge concerns. I have to get on my knees and pray every single day.
That's your choice.
To make sure that you guys are okay. I call it Ernie's halfway house. She's got the kid's mom there that's just out of prison who...
She called what? Yeah, oh my heard it. She called what? Hey, wait, hold on a minute.
It's good. I have huge concerns. I have to get on my knees and pray every single day.
That's your choice.
To make sure that you guys are okay. I call it Ernie's halfway house. She's got the kid's mom there that's just out of prison who has...
Who gave her the right to call the halfway house? You know what though? It's a good thing that she can't leave the state. It's a good thing she can't leave the state. Imagine they're watching it and they're both there. Woo! It was gonna be a bro. Hey, I'm gonna lie to. I'm not gonna lie to you, right? Sometimes I sit and I say to myself, when the hell are we gonna see an altercation at the tell-all? I won't lie to you, man, because some of these tell-alls be getting tense, and I'm just thinking, woo! Who's gonna get up? Who's gonna go for the swing? Who's gonna go for it? Yeah, we condone no violence. Yes. Does anyone think Emerson's mom was kind of judgmental? I mean, yeah, but you know, I mean, to be honest with you, I think this is a hard situation to not be judgmental. You know, if we look at the two moms involved, it's gonna happen, isn't it? If I were this woman's daughter, she would be toast. Yikes. Erica is among the worst. Erica is among the worst abusively nasty parents, and Cy her better flying monkey. Is this the 5 generations of teen pregnancy? One of them. Tyra and Tara were the 5 generations from Teen Mum.
Repeat offenses. Apart from which, Ernie pulled up to my driveway and I told him not to take my daughter and not let a postpartum mother who's got an infant get in the car and make rash decisions like that. And he didn't.
Only thing I was worried about was Emerson and the baby getting him out of there so everybody could cool down. But I did leave it up to them, so it was their decision and probably the right decision. I know she thinks it's Ernie's halfway house, but it isn't. It's my kids that live there, and yeah, so.
Do you feel differently about that now, in terms of your reference to his house?
No, I just don't think it's safe over there. And Ernie, I think she's safe with you. I don't think it's safe with your ex-wife in the house.
If I thought for one moment that my kids were in danger, I don't know you. What's going on? For me to believe that there's any type of legit cause for her concerns when you don't even make efforts to resolve in any way, but just sit there and place judgment, it just blows my mind.
And just to confirm, this is the first time you and Erica have ever spoken, even virtually. Is that correct? Ever?
Yeah, that's correct.
Okay. So is that a valid point, Erica? That if you were that
I would
concerned,
invite her over to the house, but I don't think she can leave the county. So I've never been over. I've never been invited to her house. So there we go. I'm sorry. Are you allowed to leave the county, Shannon?
Yes, I am, Erica. Thank you very much for
Because I
asking.
thought that's why you went back to jail last week, because you violated your parole.
That's again a judgment.
Oh, okay. So that didn't happen.
So let's get our facts correct.
I will, because it's public record.
Before someone takes the legs off for you, please.
Here's what I gotta say. She's 18 years old. She's an adult.
Absolutely.
She made a decision.
Which is why when you took her from my driveway, and I said, Ernie, come inside and let's have a conversation.
No, you never said that, Erica. No, you never said that.
Full face lies.
I came up the hill, and you guys were freaking out. And I wanted nothing to do with it. I said, you guys are adults. Make a decision. Because I'm just a taxi driver.
A week and a half postpartum, Ernie. Shame on you.
They have a baby.
Shame on you.
No, there isn't shame on me. It's not my business. I don't want to be in your business. I got my own life, my own things going on.
You do have your
own
own
things you're
to
doing
take care of,
is your stuff.
Yes, but that's my daughter.
So how did Ernie even show? How did you even show up at the house?
I want to know how this woman's even got a man. You know how her man's just sitting in bed, dead quiet, just not saying a word. She must have that guy wrapped around her finger like there's no tomorrow. Like, bro, man, can you not see the red flags? Run. Run. You don't want to be around that Karen, man. Run. Erica holding onto her Karen antagonist for dear life. Not antagonist, not apologist for dear life. Squeezing his hand with squeezing his hand when she needs backup. Jason's dad should have been arrested for offenders contributing to arse hat. We guess later. No wait, we guess better late than never for Erica and Sai to play teeny bopper, good loving parents. Teeny bopper, bopper. I don't know what that means. I won't lie to you. She's so lucky that women can't leave the state. Oh yeah, she's so lucky that women can't leave the state. I don't think she'd be fair, she's a Karen. She'd still be talking the smack even if she was there, to be honest with you.
So prompted that.
Well, he asked me to give him a ride to...
Emerson, why did you call?
Me and my mom were just arguing about. We had the conversation about him sleeping in the bed upstairs, and she got upset. And that's why I said, before you just pack your bags and leave, have an adult conversation, get out of the car, let's talk as adults. We're emotional. I was postpartum, she was postpartum. We needed to have a conversation.
And you're saying that to Emerson?
To all of them.
She's 18, and her boyfriend.
You're right, and it's the only reason why I didn't call the police.
You couldn't call the police. They wouldn't have done anything.
The fact that both Erica and Emerson are in tears right now says to me this night was traumatic, as well as dramatic.
You gotta understand that both were, their feelings were, hormones were high, or,
Well, both were postpartum. Oh my gosh, I can't even imagine.
Yeah, we actually had a debate going on about, when your mind is to actually think about the baby, not having sex with your partner.
Why would I want to have sex when my vagina just ripped in half?
I'm not completely blaming you. Both of you actually had part to play in it. Mason, you never actually made a choice to come back and talk to us about what you did, and why you did, and what was the impact to everybody.
I'm so sorry for, sleeping in a room. I apologize for that. I did break your guys' rules. I understood where they were coming from, and I tried respecting the rules as much as I could, and I apologize for breaking them. That's on me.
Thank you. That means so much to us.
This is the first time you've gotten an apology.
Yes, absolutely.
And how long
first
has
time
that
we've really talked at all.
So with an apology, does that allow you to make progress in a new direction?
Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely.
Does that help you to feel better as well?
She is talking cack. Don't lie to us.
I feel like, it's a bit of, pressure lifted off my shoulders.
You feel like
you don't want tension between your, boyfriend and your family, so.
Yeah, no, that must be
Yeah,
stressful.
I've been meaning to apologize sooner because I don't want, for Mateo's milestone, his first birthday or events, I don't want it to be where it's, split between two people where we can't all just enjoy Mateo.
Shannon, what do you think about Mason's apology?
Well, Mason was raised to be a very stand-up kid.
That's clear.
And so I'm proud of him for living up to how he's been raised to be.
Do you think you will be able to continue to have communications with Shannon? Shannon, you with Erica? Or is this it?
We wish the best for Shannon, and I hope her road to sobriety and her relationship with her kids is successful. But right now, our lives are not going in the same direction, so I don't see us, getting coffee.
You're right. We don't go in the same direction. I teach my kids to have conversations and to not judge people and to love everybody. So yeah, our lives are not anywhere in the same direction at all. And we definitely wouldn't be having coffee.
Shots fired! Yeah, I teach my kids this way. Hey, you're just gonna love it.
And anything that had to do with Mateo, I'm a big enough person to sit down, whatever. But the rest of it, probably not ever gonna happen.
I mean, that's fair. Everybody ain't for everybody, right? I wish you guys all the luck, and really, I appreciate you being here to share your story with us and let us peek into your family dynamics. Thank you guys so much for being here with me. We'll be right back with Lily and Lawrence. Don't go anywhere.
Are we done? Oh, well, that means we end up running away, so...
My mom put straight words in my mouth.
How dare you sit up there and cry?
Never apologize for the bad thing.
Wow, no way. I don't even sleep in the bed anymore. The kids, her and the kids.
What? You guys crazy talk.
That was rough. That was rough.
You're too easy going, Mason.
No, it was a conversation that was eventually going to happen in our time. So I mean,
I get pissed. It's in my blood, you know. So, and I hold back because there could have been some F-bombs going off.
There was a lot of arguing.
There's arguing.
I thought it was clear in the air, and then my mom started going off. So I was like, oh.
I am pissed. I'm pissed that somebody who doesn't want to talk about their own blemishes can lay out bold-faced lies on somebody else's, insult them on coming home to their own home and calling it a halfway house. How dare you sit up there and cry over your emotions for your daughter when you're the fake and phoniest person I've ever met? I just hope that...
I mean, listen, man, I only detect truths in there, you know? I mean, do you know what it is? The thing is, though, when you try to have a conversation with a Karen, the conversation will never end unless it's in the favor of the Karen. The Karen always has to walk away feeling as if they've won that battle, that conversation. You know, you can never walk away with it being any other way. So, and it's annoying because obviously, you know, they basically ended up, well, Mason doing the right thing, you know, stepping up and being the bigger person, which is something that the adults should be doing, well, the parents should be doing anyway, had to kind of be that person, which is good, but also annoying because no one likes to see a Karen walk away as if, you know, they've just got away with freaking murder to a certain degree. It's crazy though, because fun fact, I found out that in the UK, there's actually a Karen's diner. There are 2 Karen's diner in the UK. And when you go to them, the waitresses treat you like a Karen. So literally, I've heard that and I've seen clips of where they are absolutely rude to you. They will talk to you as if you're an absolute piece of flipping a-hole. You know what I mean? And that's the whole concept. So it's actually crazy how this whole Karen thing has actually gone as far as a diner's now being made where you go there, they'll just be rude to you. Imagine getting paid to be a complete dick to your customers. I mean, listen, they need to employ me. If I ever go to one, man, I have to vlog it, you know what I mean? But yeah.
We're all okay with it. Emerson's okay after. Because that was a hard conversation.
Well, I don't know if there's some type of fear or pressure that she's under where when she comes to us and talks about something and suddenly acts like it's not me, I don't know where you got it from. She needs to get that straightened out.
Yeah. And my mom started putting words in my mouth. She said that I said I don't feel safe with Shannon in the house, which was never said.
And I believe you. Don't worry.
Anybody who can come out and just say bold-faced lies and where your own daughter's like, I never said that, just to tear someone down and make yourself feel better, I might have an issue with your character.
Yeah, I won't be having any coffee with anybody, ever.
To be fair, that's one of my worst nightmares, man. Like being in a relationship with someone and I don't get along with their family. I just couldn't do it. If I don't get along with your family, man, I'm out. Can't do it. Toxic vibes, can't do it. Refuse.
Welcome back to the unexpected tell-all. When we first met Lily, she was just 16 years old and pregnant with her first child. Now she's a mother of not 1, but 2 beautiful kids and engaged to her fiance, Lawrence. And of course, her mom and stepdad are with us too. Hi, Kim, Glenn, how you doing? And we've got Lawrence's mom rounding out the family. Sandy, welcome.
Thank you.
Nice to see you. So Lily, you have certainly changed quite a bit since you were pregnant with Aaliyah. It has been amazing to see your journey and everything you've been through. And most recently, we watched you leave the only home we've ever known you to have. And as you and Lawrence moved out of your mom's house into your first apartment, a whole lot went down. Let's take a look. We got a proof. What? We got a proof. Proof of what? The apartment. We're moving out. We're moving out.
Oh boy.
We're moving out.
Are you excited? Everyone's having a party. I gotta do the Irish chick.
I mean, I'm gonna be better.
Never be the perfect place.
No. Well,
Never run out of it.
she kept saying to me, home is better. Home is better. Well, home is better than this place that is far away.
That's Aaliyah's bed that's going in your room.
That's what?
The one that's going in your room.
We're not putting that in our room. No, we're not. We're not putting that in our room.
Agreed.
What were you hoping your bedroom would be like?
Nice and luxurious. In a room.
It will be one day when the kids are grown. Jesus Christ.
Once all the beds were set up in our room, I understood where Lawrence was coming from with the room being so crowded. I didn't imagine it just being like the crib, our bed, and Aaliyah's bed like lined up in a row. So when I saw like 3 rows of beds, I was like, oh, I shouldn't have done this.
This is so perfect here, though. You'll all sleep so nice.
Yeah, I'm not willing to admit that I was wrong, so I'm gonna pretend that I love it and that this was the plan, because Lawrence can't know that I was wrong.
Sounds accurate. Sounds about right.
Did she ever apologize?
No.
No. And will you ever?
I don't regret it now, though, because if I didn't do that, I would never sleep. I would be back and forth to her room, and then every time I went to her room, it would wake up the baby, and then we'd all be up, and I would be a zombie, so I don't regret it.
We all get sleep.
Mm-hmm.
Lawrence, how long are you gonna be okay with all that community bedroom?
I mean, I don't even sleep in the bed anymore. It's just her and the kids, and I sleep in Aaliyah's bed.
He sleeps in the small twin bed, and me and the kids sleep in the queen bed.
So where do you guys have your intimate time?
The living room.
Okay. La 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 la.
Oh God, we can't have no more guests now.
What about in Aaliyah's room? Nothing?
No.
Because look at the faces. They're like, that is gross.
That is gross. That's my child's room. It's like decorated for a child.
That is like an island getaway for some couples.
A baby room?
Yeah, just because it's space.
Well, pretty soon, you guys will be moving again.
What? Tell me, Kim, what's going on?
Well, the kids are going to be moving home back to the house, but Grandpa, well...
Christina, thank you so much. Welcome to the channel. You have become a member, so welcome to the other side. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much.
Well, not with us. We're going to be moving out, and the kids are going to move back home to the house.
How did that come about?
It just made more sense, like, for everybody.
Well,
Yeah,
okay.
okay.
She decided everything.
I decided everything, no, but
Lawrence just trying to keep peace.
I think this is one of the most annoying and frustrating things, to see people who are all immature in their own rights comment on each other. It's just bizarre, man. Just imagine that, you know? They all sit there talking this smack towards Jason, which obviously he deserves. But they're all immature. I just don't understand. We're watching a show of people judging people when every single one of them have issues, and none of them actually have the right to judge anyone because they're all literally just childish and pathetic. Let's just process that. It's the pointy Spider-Man meme. Okay, you go. Lily is so spoiled. Her attitude is very immature because of it. Yeah.
Right. Glenn, are you okay with the move?
I am. It took him a long time.
To convince you.
not convincing.
The more I thought about it, she was
Sense financially for like Glenn and I to go rent a place. They raise the kids' rent. It's ridiculously crazy. We're gonna go to like a 55 and over community where he doesn't have to mow the lawn or do anything. So we're pretty excited about that. And the kids get the great yard and the porch, and you know.
Now, are you going to make them pay you rent?
Oh yeah, they're gonna pay.
That is a huge step
And,
up, you guys.
yeah.
You have
It's
faith?
crazy though because it's about the same price as our
Honestly,
for the mortgage and the
it's
utilities.
really less.
plus Sandy lives nearby, so that's kind of nice.
And I don't have to take that long drive no more.
That's huge.
Yeah.
What did you think about it when you heard it was happening?
They deserve it.
Well, now I'm nervous because I know that last move was just you and your homeboys.
I know.
Are you going to do it?
Oh no,
get trucks? What are we doing this time,
We're
Lawrence?
getting a moving company this time because I am not doing
Lawrence, you have to
any
get
of
the
that
moving
again.
company.
Not. Oh.
Honestly, I think I'm not too sure about getting a moving company. I think I'm gonna hold my
You're
boys
gonna do it.
back
You're
home.
gonna be crazy again.
That
He
is
is
crazy.
He is gonna do crazy
No.
again.
Listen, that sounds like something y'all have to work out.
It's not gonna be no talking. It's gonna be I'm gonna book the moving company and they're gonna show up.
Hey, if you paid.
I'm very scared about the move back home. I am
gonna do
worried.
it.
I've got a
We'll be
motorcycle
away.
trip there.
Yeah.
But you got a motorcycle trip to go on?
I might go with you.
Kim wants to go
I
with you.
might go with you.
I'm going to go too. But you just said you wanted to get married once you moved out. I don't know if the next move changes that, does it?
Yeah, like of course we want to get married. Like we'll get married someday. It's just not something I want to rush right now, just because it's so much. And like, Lily's gonna start kindergarten this year, and I feel like there's so many other life things going on that it's just not something we want to rush.
I feel
right
like it's the wedding you don't want to rush over.
yeah, I want to take my time and plan it for like a year, and
Make it
you know,
special.
do it the nice, good way.
You want to take your time and do it right.
Yeah.
Like me and your mother. 15 years I'm waiting.
15 years you waited?
Wait, still wait.
Wow.
It's only a piece of paper.
That's right. It's just the law. Well, that's
At least these
funny.
two agree to marry each other.
I agree.
Lawrence, so what about a double wedding?
That would be crazy.
You like that?
That would be nice.
Maybe even triple.
Oh, hey,
I wish you guys all the best of luck planning the wedding whenever it happens and with the move. Thank you all so much for joining me tonight and being here with us. This has been the Unexpected Tell-All.
I mean, listen, man. To be honest with you, like, I'm just gonna process this one. I'm gonna give my closing statement, unlike Jason. It's actually quite crazy how these teens are like between the ages of 17 to 20, and some of them already have 2 kids. Some of them, and then some of them are already thinking about getting married. Some are even thinking about getting homes. It's just crazy how some people live life, you know? How some people live life so unconstructed. And I think it's a matter of where a lot of us have to sit there and reflect and say to ourselves, okay, so how can we make sure that maybe our children don't get into these type of situations? And also, you know, if you're a young person right now, how can you make sure that you don't get in a position? Because the matter of fact is, for me personally, I don't think it's a wise idea for people in general, most time, to have a child before the age of 20 for starters. Nor do I feel like it's a really good idea to have a child before the age of 25, to be honest, because I feel like, you know, we go through our years from the moment that we're born, or I'll say our childhood years from 0 to 13. Those are our learning years. You know, those are the years where we're just watching and we're learning. We're watching our role models and we're trying to become however they are to a certain degree. In the years from 13 to like 20, those are the years where we go through puberty. We're starting to learn more and more about the body, all that kind of stuff. You know what I mean? Okay, and then the ages from 20 to 30. Or 20 to 25 is really finding where we want to go in life in terms of our careers, what jobs we want to do, you know, what aspirations we've got. And then by the time we get to 30, that's when hopefully we'll be there. And then obviously around the ages of 28 onwards, maybe those are the ages we're like, okay, we're on the road to where we want to be, both mentally and physically, healthy wise, all that kind of stuff. And now let's look for children. Now let's look to think about getting married, you know, and being in a relationship around the age of 28 onwards, you know what I mean? And by the time you're 35, I think, there's a time when you're like, okay, we've been together for a while. Maybe we're married now. Maybe now we'll start looking to have kids, you know what I mean? I think that should be the best ideal plan personally, you know what I mean? But at the end of the day, we're living in a world where we're watching these TV shows now, and we're experiencing teens that not only is this happening on a TV show, but this happens on a daily basis in a real life situation where so many young people are having kids before their 20s, and some of them even get married before the 20s, and some of them even go into home before the 20s, which none of these things are bad things as long as it works for you, you know what I mean? But they're bad things if they're toxic as hell. Because I mean, I have a friend, you know, I mean, I've got friends, but I've got a friend specifically, right, who he's been with his missus since literally year 8, year 7. So basically, we're talking about the age of 13, 14. They've been together, right? And they had their first kid around like early 20s, I think 20, 21, do you know what I mean? But they've been together for a long time, you know. But the crazy thing is they're not even married. They're not even married, you know, because they're like, listen, we've been together since school. We had our ups and downs during school time. And to be fair, we've stuck together through everything after school. And, you know, we've got a kid now. We're happy. We've got a home. We're here, nearly going to buy it now. We're happy. And marriage, we'll just do it whenever, you know. So for some people, you know, it works. Some people, it works. But when we're watching TV shows like these, it's not working. It's not working. It's just not working. You know what I mean? Better sex education pays dividends. How you doing, Dana? Welcome to the stream. The last family had a lot of unity. That was refreshing. It was refreshing, but at the same time, though, somebody said earlier on that the girl was spoilt. Yeah. But yeah, nonetheless, though, they need to show more birth videos in classrooms. Maybe it helps. But nonetheless, thank you so much everyone for coming through. I will catch you guys in about 52 minutes with another live stream, and that live stream, ladies and gentlemen, will be for 90 Day Fiancé season 9 episode something. So I'll catch you guys in that one. So until then, go away and get a drink, get a refreshment, eat some food, maybe even have a power nap, which is something that I may do, because I'm feeling very tired today, to be honest with you. And I will catch you guys in the next stream. Okay. Yeah, so be there or just be there. There's nothing else. Just be there. And make sure you like and you subscribe, okay, people?